I think there are two aspects of leadership that are challenging. One is that you can make mistakes in your decisions. No matter how much listening and learning you do, you still don't come to the right decision. And I think you always have to realize that no decision is permanent, that you have to be willing to go back and reevaluate and perhaps change your mind. Hopefully you don't have to do that within a month of having made the decision, but that you always have to be open to changing your mind. Being liked can't be the primary reason that you want to be a leader, because with every decision that you make, you're almost always going to make somebody unhappy. So you have to be careful to try and make the very best decision, and then you have to be able to withstand some criticism. I have always thought that the more people you bring together to help you to make a decision, the better off you are, because you hear all of the different perspectives and you listen and you can ask them questions back and forth in terms of why they believe this way or that way. The best decisions I've made have been when I've taken an adequate amount of time and heard enough people. But the problem always is that, or the challenge always is, that you can't always continue to get more input and never make the decision. So at some point, as the leader, you have to take responsibility and make the decision and hope that it is the best for that time and that place. I am not a believer that you are a born leader. I really do believe that you can learn how to lead, in part by going to sessions like the MOR sessions, and in part just by being very observant of people that you respect. I believe that watching other people who are very effective leaders can be one of the best lessons that you can have in trying to become a leader. So I really believe that the more situations you can get yourself into where you can watch other people and observe other people and ask questions of people who you believe are great role models, the better the leader you will become. I think the critical element of successful leadership is that people feel free to tell you what is really on their mind and really give their opinions and advise you, even though they may not think what they're telling you is important. I think that the real danger of being a leader is that you don't get to hear the kind of information that you absolutely must have in order to make the right decisions. My single most important piece of advice to anyone who would like to be a leader is to be sure to get a good mentor and a good advisor, to watch the people who you believe are successful and see how they behave, see how they make decisions, and use them and ask them questions so that they can help you to learn. I've never really ever asked a question of someone that I admire, someone that I respect, and been told, I don't have time to talk with you. So be bold about asking questions. I wish I had been more assertive when I was younger. The most amazing thing is that leaders are all over the place, and many leaders have no title, but they take the responsibility to make sure that something happens, and then they become part of a team, and then they become the leader of another team. It's just a very fluid way of coming to the right decisions, that there is no one leader who is always the leader throughout the whole decision-making process on any project. So leadership is all about a willingness to take responsibility, a willingness to step up and give your advice, give your opinion, listen to other people's opinions, being part of a team, and seeking out the very best people that you possibly can. The beauty and the difficulty with leadership is that ultimately the leader is going to get the credit or the blame. And I think you have to be ready for that. I think you have to be ready to give credit out when there's credit to be given. And I think you have to be ready to take the blame when there's blame to be had.